We hope that this one is a score with all of you. Wave at the camera as we attempt to knock the socks off you. Get ready to show us all your best dance moves because, as always, we have a lot of highlights to pound your way. See, you need those great dance moves so we can pick off all the best ones to show you. Sports Night is next.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Chaperon. Boy, do we have a full show tonight.
We very much do. You know, it was kind of a slow start to the season for us here on Sports Night. Well, we're trying to make up for it in a big way here tonight. 9 different pieces of video, a lot of stuff to cover. And Howie, we are almost done. We're talking about the final week of the regular season for several fall sports.
It's crazy, and we finally have done back-to-back Monday night sports nights, so which is, you know, maybe we're back in a pattern. But I can't believe how quickly the season has gone. It's just amazing.
That it helped out, of course, by moving the football season up
a couple of weeks.
Yep. And here we are, you know, first week into October, and we're already talking about the final regular season game and going into playoffs.
It's crazy.
Well, the football team, as we talked about, will close out the regular season schedule when division-leading Totino Grace comes to the complex on Friday. Last week, the Cardinals were on the road in Osseo for a game they felt they had a good chance to win. Unfortunately, things went south early, and instead of being in a dogfight, the Cardinals found themselves trying to dig out of another big hole. Orioles opening drive, 1st and 10 from the Cardinals 33. Malik Gillard is going up top for speedy receiver Martellius Hughes. Dylan Shrippi able to take him down just shy of the goal line. Next play, it's Gillard on the sneak for the score. Osseo is on the board less than 90 seconds into the game. Cardinals offense looking to answer on their opening possession. Brandon Cooper showing off his escapability on this play, reverses field and just keeps making guys miss. In the end, it's a 9-yard gain. Unfortunately, this drive would stall as the Cardinals turn it over on downs. Orioles strike quickly when they get the ball back. Quick receiver screen to Demario Armstrong, and he just turns on the Jets, gets down the near sideline. Stutter step will help him get the last few yards to the end zone. A 59-yard score put Osseo up 13-0. Those two hook up again on their next possession. Just a beautiful football play right here. Great pass, great coverage, great catch, and Armstrong has his second score. Orioles lead by 3 scores. Cardinals facing 3rd and long. Martin looking long to his right for Jared Crawford. Ball is underthrown right into the breadbasket of Osseo's Omar Port. Turns it right back upfield. Returns it 38 yards for the score. Orioles flying away 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. Late in the first half, Osseo up 35-0. Gillard throws up an ugly wounded duck. Shrippi will pick it off and take it the other way. Nice block to spring him down the sidelines, and he's in for a 46-yard interception return for a touchdown, but that's all the closer we get. Orioles rout the Cardinals 49-8, the final.
You know, I think against Andover the week previous that their offense really found some things. Unfortunately, they didn't find those. They must have lost them again this week because they just couldn't get their offense moving. You know, I think, and it's tough because your defense is you know, out there on the field and you're digging yourself a deeper and deeper hole, and it makes it difficult for a team like Coon Rapids. It's really not built to come back from a big hole like that to get back into the contest.
Well, you know, they had an opportunity. Their opening drive, the offense was clicking a little bit, got relatively deep into Orioles territory, but on 4th down, came up with an incomplete pass, and then just 2 plays later, all of a sudden the score was doubled because you had that big receiver screen to Armstrong down the sideline.
Well, give Osseo some credit because they were coming off a spanking to Centennial, so they took their frustrations out on the Cardinals, and unfortunately the Cardinals got in the way, and they let them know they were going to win this evening.
Well, I tell you what, they may have felt better about the spanking they took by Centennial when they looked in the paper or online, as the case is nowadays, the following day on Saturday, because a huge upset at the bottom of your screen there in the Northwest, not the Northwest Suburban, sorry, the West Metro North.
Yep.
Centennial beating Totino Grace 20-17. Andover edged Blaine with a 2-point conversion to win the game with less than 90 seconds left. And those are big wins. Because Andover and Centennial were 2 of the teams at the bottom of the standings early in the season, and they possibly are the 2 teams playing the best football right now in the West Metro North. Champlin Park did beat Osseo, so they stay above them.
Look how bunched up that is.
Yeah, and actually
Should be the other way around. Anoka.
Yeah, I forgot. Anoka should be dropped all the way down just ahead of Coon Rapids. That's my mistake. But 3 teams at 3-3, 2 at 4-2, and of course Totino Grace still holding on to the lead at 5-1. And now with Blaine, because Blaine lost, now Blaine needs help again. They needed help to get a piece of the conference title. They got it from Centennial.
They did.
Unfortunately, Andover beat them, so they would need the Cardinals to beat Totino in order to have a chance at the title. As it stands, that's tough sledding. And the Cardinals could face the Eagles 2 weeks in a row.
They could.
They host Totino on Friday for the final regular season game. The Section 5 6A tournament will start the following Friday, and the Cardinals' opponent is probably going to be pretty good. This point
I would think so.
It's
going to be tough regardless.
It's looking like either Totino or Eden Prairie. Either way, not a good matchup.
Well, Maple Grove was also thrown into the mix as well. So, regardless who it is, it's going to be a difficult opponent for the Cardinals. It's going to probably, if it's Totino, they'll see their best team they've seen all year back to back. But it could be the best team they've seen all year, regardless of who it is.
Very, very true. But we will be there, obviously,
on
Friday night for the final regular season home game. And, of course, we'll follow them into the playoffs. Moving right along, tennis team very busy last week. Started on Monday with a match against Blaine. They beat the Bengals 7-0. Allie Bauer, Maddie Georgie, Helen Nelson, and Laura Hilsheim just cleaned up, swept up through the singles. Westra and Everhart at first doubles also getting a 6-1, 6-4 win. On Tuesday, the Cardinals beat Irondale 5-2, get their record back to 500 at 10-10. Helen Nelson had to go 3 sets to get the victory at third singles, but is able to do so. Hillesheim wins pretty easily at 4 singles, 6-1, 6-0. And it's the doubles teams that sweep. And notice Scott Storick in his little write-up said this may be the first time he's ever seen that all 3 doubles matches go to 7-5 in set number 1. Westra and Everhart easily in set 2. Machinsky and Nelson, pretty convincing set 2 victory, 6-2. Farley and Vanseth, they like the 7-5 score. They did it twice.
It was good to them.
It was.
Well, the Cardinals are hoping to keep their momentum going right through the end of the regular season schedule and into the section tournament. Last Thursday, they played host to the Park Center Pirates with just 2 matches remaining. This was another must-win for the Cardinals. And even with some juggling at the top of the lineup, they soared to victory. Allie Bauer and Helen Nelson teaming up at first doubles. You know, it could be a very possible section tournament preview. And after a slow start and a talk from Coach Stork, this Cardinal duo really flies away. Cardinals in the far court, big power smash down the middle for Helen Nelson for the point. The first set was tied at 3, then Nelson and Bauer reeled off 9 straight wins to close the match quickly, 6-3, 6-0. Bauer wins with the finish on this point. Expect them to be a highly ranked doubles team at sections. With Bauer playing doubles, that gave Maddie Georgie the chance to move up to the first single spot. Georgie's strong cross-court helped her take the lead early in the first set, which she closed out with a 6-2 win. She was held off by serves by Park Center's player late in the second, winning the match with a 7-3 tiebreaker in the second set. Cardinals are going to win the match 5-2. They improved their record to 11-10 on the season, and it was a dominating performance for the Cardinals in the match that we did.
Yeah, and it was interesting how dominating Nelson and Bauer became, because the way we did it, obviously, we were there. We watched the first set of Georgie at first singles. She was pretty impressive. The cross-court game she has, when she gets on it, is tough to defend. And then we went over to first doubles, and we watched until it was 4-3.
Yep.
We left. It was 4-3 Coon Rapids in the first set, because we went back over to first singles where it was 4-3. Georgie in the second set. They finished. They won those 8 straight games and were done before we were done over on the first set. But anyway, moving right along. That's right. We have 9 pieces of video. That's only 2. We better move along. Cardinals get a victory to close out the regular season today against Andover. They beat the Huskies 5-2. They will find out this evening who they will get in the first round of the section tournament. That starts on Wednesday. The individual tournament starts on the 19th of the month. Starting last week, the Cardinal volleyball team knew they had a great chance to get their second conference win of the season. The Irondale Knights are another team struggling toward the bottom of the conference standings. Teams had nearly identical records, and both were looking to find some consistency and some momentum heading toward the playoffs. It's the Cardinals that grabbed the lead early. A nice spurt in the middle of the first set helped them hang on at the end. Turned out to be a 26-24 victory. But the Knights fight their way right back in the second. Leah Damerow is a force to be reckoned with. She gets the kill down the middle, helping her team to a 25-14 victory. Cardinals have the answer in the third. Maddie Schweitzer with a big kill in the middle as the Cardinals win 25-21 and take the 2-1 lead in the match. This one is going the distance. A lot of back and forth and a lot of long volleys. This one ends on the power attack by Michelle O'Rourke. Irondale forces a fifth set with a 25-15 win. Coon Rapids had the lead through most of the fifth. This is match point. Damerow stuffed at the net. Knights able to recover and get it back over. Cardinals set it up for their big hitter, and Hannah Gonzalez says good night with the kill to the back corner. Cardinals win in the fifth, 15-11. Scoring that big second conference win of the season.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, it was back and forth. It was really an exciting match. It was nice to see the Cardinals come out there in that fifth and deciding set and get the win.
Absolutely.
Well, there's a little stiffer challenge waiting for the Cardinals when they returned home on Thursday. Sure, they had the home court, but they were hosting one of the top teams in the conference. The Eagles from Totino Grace had just won their last 3 of their 4 previous 5 matches. They were 1 game behind conference leading Champlain Park, and we're going to let the Cardinals slow them down. Cardinals keeping pace early, serving with the first set tied at 4. Totino's pass a little too close to the net, and Hannah Gonzalez gets up there to poke it to the floor to give Coon Rapids the point in the lead. Eagles turn it around with turns like this. Great setup for Eliza Daly. There's no chance for the return. Totino takes the first set 25-15. Cardinals serving again in the second set, and again you see the quick answer from the Eagles. Set goes right to their left. This time it's Brooke Sherman with the kill down the line. Totino wins 25-15. The Eagles hoping to make it an early night by sweeping up in the third, but the Cardinals aren't going away easily. The set goes to Kaylee Harris for the kill, and Coon Rapids is still breathing, but they could only keep it up for so long. Totino Grace puts the hammer down and finishes strong. Olivia Cruiser with the kill that helped the Eagles seal the victory with a 25-17 win in that third set.
Yeah, tough loss, and but a tough opponent.
Tough opponent.
Cardinals' week wasn't finished. They went to Bram on Saturday for a tournament, and it was not the kind of trip they wanted. They had a lot of close matches, but were not able to come away with any victories. We saw the scores there just very briefly. There we go. In the first, the Cardinals won the first set against Albany 25-20, but then they lose 26-24 and drop the third set 15-9. Princeton and the Cardinals play close in the first, but Princeton wins in 2. Bram with a big 25-10, 25-17 victory. Cardinals 4-17 to start this week. They are at Andover on Tuesday, and Howie,
we'll be there.
And then they will host Anoka on Thursday. Swimming and diving team will wrap up its regular season schedule this week as well, with a pair of conference meets at Andover, then back home to finish with Champlain Park. Last week, the Cardinals took on the Spring Lake Park Panthers before heading into the True Team section meet on Saturday. Their goal in every event down the final stretch is to continue to shave times and drive towards being their best at the section tournament races. Little controversy in this one, 200 IM, Lizzie Giese puts on a pretty impressive performance and wins this one in 2 minutes, 16.79 seconds. That is the 5th fastest time in school history. Unfortunately, she's disqualified because of a turn violation, and it was disputed but not overturned. Giese also won the 100 butterfly. 50 free is up next. Cardinals captain Bronwyn White in the center lane has a good race, but her 28.97 second time is only good enough for third place. Co-captain Juliana Anderson coming off the board, back 1.5 with a half twist. Part of the second place performance, she missed first by less than a point and a half. Cardinals lose this one 97-84.
Tough to get disqualified for an illegal turn, for a bad turn.
Yeah, especially when she has one of the best races of her career.
Absolutely.
And according to my back and forth with Coach Doug Donaldson, it was not a good call. Despite his, like I said, despite his dispute.
No red flag. You can't throw the red flag in swimming, apparently.
Doesn't quite turned it off. He was not real happy with the call, but that's not a lot you can do about it. On Saturday, the Cardinals competing in the True Team Section Tournament. They finished 7th place. Megan Schulze, just a middle schooler, gets 3rd place in the 100 fly, 10th fastest time in Coon Rapids High School history. She also finished 3rd in the 100 breast. Lizzie Giese finished 5th in the 200 free and 7th in the 500 free. Claire Hedrick, another middle schooler, and again, getting top 10 in school history with a 7th place finish in the 100 breast. Juliana Anderson was 8th place in diving. Tamala King was 9th place in the 500 free, and the 400 free relay team finished 6th. Cardinals, as I mentioned, at Andover on Tuesday, host Champlin Park on Thursday. And then they do have a couple of weeks off.
They do.
Before the section tournament. Cross-country team was in Duluth over the weekend for the very, very large Swain Invitational. I want to say there were something like 20 teams competing at both boys and girls. May have been even more than that. The boys for Coon Rapids finished in 6th place. Paul Breitbach, a very nice finish in 8th place overall. Nate Muggenberg not far behind in 13th. Then there's a bit of a drop-off before you see Tanner Ost. Joe Coughlin came in 71st, and Dunn was 79th. For the girls, 9th place. Overall, still a respectable finish considering the number and quality of the programs involved in this. And check this out. Brina Del Castillo, we've been hiding Headland in the wings. I don't remember if she's a younger runner. I don't remember what grade, but 7th, 8th, or 9th. Del Castillo has been the leader for this team all year. And when I saw it, I was like, wait, who is this? She finished 33rd
out of nowhere
with a 20-minute, 41.6 second time. Brina Del Castillo was in 49th. Abby Ellenbecker in 52nd. Rachel Davis in 63rd. And Michelle Onyekaba got into the top 100, finishing 99th in just over 22.50 seconds.
Nice places for both squads, absolutely.
Yes, Bengal Invite coming up on Thursday this week over at Majestic Oaks in Blaine, and then the Northwest Suburban Conference Championships in Elk River at the Elk River Golf Course next Wednesday.
Let's keep this rolling. The boys soccer team enters the final week of the regular season playing pretty well and hoping to carry some momentum into the playoffs. A busy schedule for the Cardinals this past week as they had 3 games in 5 days, all against conference opponents. It started with a trip to Park Center to take on the Pirates team that is currently 2nd in the Northwest Suburban, was looking to get back on track after a loss and a tie had ended their 7-game win streak. We're early in the first half. Cardinals corner taken by Alex Lynch. He drives it to the middle. The Cardinals have a couple of chances at it, but Park Center keeper is able to keep it out of danger. Pirates with a chance at the corner of their own. A lot of red jerseys in there clogging the middle. Still Brendan Brocky able to get control and get it off the shot, but not much on it, and it's an easy save for Jula. Still in the first, Pirates spreading the field to use their speed, and it works. Joel Verquera gets in on the breakaway and just taps this one past Jula to the far side and gets Park Center on the board. Pirates are going to add some insurance early in the second half. Attacking down the right wing, Cardinals can't clear. Gabriel Vasquez able to settle, find room to get the lofted shot up and over Jula into the top corner, and Park Center has a 2-0 lead. That's how it would end. The Cardinals shut out for the 4th time this season.
Yeah, and you could see the body language of some of the players as they went through did not like that feeling, and did not. I
not
think,
a good feeling.
I think it's a matter more of just going through there feeling like they did not play as well as they could have, and really had a chance against one of the better teams in the conference had they been able to get a few more things to go their way. Well, the Cardinals were back home on Thursday facing a little bit weaker opponent, but Osseo still a quality club fighting to keep themselves in the middle of the Northwest Suburban standings. For Coon Rapids, the key would be finding more offense, getting more pressure on the net, and find a way to finish. Defense has been pretty solid all year, but you have to be able to score if you want to win. Orioles able to strike quickly in this one. Free kick in the first half. Logan Olzenak going direct. It's over Jula's fingers as he jumps, and Osseo's on the board first. Orioles just keep coming. Emmanuel Kama, great little pass to Jacob Simons out front. He's got some room. Settle, turn, shoot. No chance for Jula on this one. Just like that, it's 2-0 for the visiting squad. Still in the first, Orioles looking for more. Great pass. Darius Quiddy on the doorstep, but this time Jula makes a diving save. More of the same in the second. Orioles controlling the ball, finding space in close. Christian Haro, Sabando with the one-touch shot to the short side just past the diving Jula. Osseo leads by 3. Cardinals wouldn't get shut out for a second straight game. Teagarden's corner kick headed away, but right out to Alex Lynch. He fires it through the crowd. The keeper gets a piece, but it's in the net. Cardinals still in this one. Free kick in a great spot. Gale and Tomway is going to control this one. The heel kick to the net, but it's waved off. Said he got it with the handball.
That's
it's
unfortunate.
A 3-1 loss.
That would have cut it to a one goal deficit, and the Cardinals then able to maybe see if they could come up and get a little more physical and see if they can put the ball in the net.
Well, and we talked about their defense being pretty strong all year, and although they only gave up 2 goals against Park Center, 3 against Osseo, you can see in the highlights giving a little bit more space on the defensive end, and that is something they absolutely have to address this time of year.
Oh, without a doubt.
You
can't afford to give up that kind of space, and defensively you're going to lose.
Yeah. Well, they did get a chance to bounce back on Saturday with a very struggling Panther team. And they beat up on them.
And they should beat up on them when they're struggling, and it gives them a confidence. But the 5-1 win.
The Cardinals just downright took their aggression out on the Panthers on Saturday. Beat up on them 5-1. Cardinals 6-8, 4-7 in the conference. Remember, just 2 wins for this program all of last year. So they want to finish strong. They host Tino tonight, Monday night. And
right
then,
now,
they host,
we're doing this.
Yeah, they're on the field, and then they host Centennial on Friday, and that will be, Thursday. Sorry, on Thursday the 8th, they host Centennial, and that will be the regular season finale. It would be hard for them to host on Friday because the football team would be on the field.
That would be true.
Would be kind of interesting for us though. We get a twofer. We do a little soccer, a little football all at the same time.
All at the same time? That'd be interesting.
Wouldn't it though?
Think about it.
As busy as the boys' soccer schedule was last week, the girls did them one better because they started with a game on Monday.
A little bittersweet for you.
It is. I did stop by after the show last week for a few minutes just to watch a little bit, and I got to say the purple looked awfully good out on the field. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, Southwest getting the 3-2 victory. Did I put
got the better of them?
Did I actually do that? Gotta go look at that real quick.
Talk amongst yourselves while Joe figures this out.
Yeah, okay. I was surprised because Southwest showed up on the bottom of that. I did not do that. I had them on the top. Home team's always on the bottom.
Always on the
Cardinals were the home team, but they lost 3-2.
They did.
To the Lakers.
To your alma mater.
My alma mater.
Yeah. Well, the girls soccer team comes to the final week of the regular season playing pretty well and feeling good about their chances to make a run deep into the playoffs. This past week, the Cardinals really showed their resilience as they bounced back from Monday's loss and started a new winning streak. They went to Park Center on Tuesday to face a Pirates team with just 2 wins on the year and made sure they came home with a victory. Coon Rapids dictating the tempo in this one, but no score at the half. Their pressure finally pays off early in the second. Cost boots it towards the net. Maddie Getchell gets to the header. Back to the middle. Miss Quick is there to redirect it, and the Cardinals are up 1-0. But the Pirates get that back with a little bit of help from the corner kick toward the far post. Cardinals defender a little late getting there. The header is in the back of the net. Well, you know what they always say, turnabout is fair play, and this definitely is a weird game winner. Caitlin Ackerman pressuring is knocked to the ground. The Pirates player looks for the call. It's not made, but she's hit by the clearing attempt. Right back to Caitlin, who puts it low to the far corner. Is coming. Oh, there it is.
Ball.
And there it is, and that's going to give them the 2-1. Much needed win.
Love that. Hey, Neil Hennon. Hey, highlights, Hennon. Roll that back. Let's watch that one more time. It's worth watching one more time. Come on, you can do it. We can do it. Can't we do it?
Look at that.
Oh, you got to go all the way through? Well, whatever. It's worth watching all the highlights.
It's definitely worth it. The highlights were good.
Cardinal highlights.
And it's a Cardinal win, so that's the good thing.
Miss Quick, good goal there. I just want to watch the game winner one more time. I know it's a lot to ask, but hey. You know, and this is a tough one.
Yeah, right off a defender.
Just a little bit late. And, you know,
own goals
like,
never are
goodness.
fun.
I just love this. Because she gets knocked down there. That's all right. You can push her. That's fine. Apparently, pushing's okay.
There you go.
That was
Wait
just
a minute.
Straight hip check. Oh, wait. Did I get called? Oh, I just got a ball to the face.
And I got a goal.
Hey, nice job, Caitlin Ackerman, staying focused on what was happening. Because she's calling for the flag. The Park Center player girl turns around, what? Are you going to call it?
So, you know, this is stuff you never see at ESPN. You never say, hey, roll that one back so we can watch it again on live television.
Awesome.
It's great. I love it.
That was awesome. Caitlin Ackerman, congratulations. Not only just a classic goal, and it was a game winner to boot.
Which is
fantastic. Great. Well, the Cardinals looking to make it 2 in a row when they welcomed Osseo to the complex on Thursday afternoon. The Orioles, another team Cardinals really need to beat, especially this time of year. They're one of the teams towards the bottom of the standings. They can't get in the way of the Cardinals' goal of earning a high seed in the playoffs. Cardinals looking very sharp early on. Great touch passing in tight corners. Maddie Getchell buries this one, but Coon Rapids is called offside, and the game will stay scoreless. I don't think she believed in the call. Not to worry, Cardinals come flying downfield again, and this time it would count. Bloomquist playing it in behind the defense. Misquick wins the race to the ball, beats the charging keeper to put Coon Rapids on board first. Second half, Osseo hanging around and making this one interesting. Kaya Dewar racing down the near wing. The ball perfectly lofted over Ross to the far side upper corner. We're tied at 1. But the Cardinals answer the challenge. Get another before time expires. Throw in deep in the Osseo end. Misquick heads it out front. Emily Koss there to one touch it past the keeper. Short side. And the Cardinals make it back-to-back with another 2-1 win.
They are playing well at the right time of the year.
They'd love to run up the score. They would.
Well, they would.
But the
win is better. Yep.
They'll take the win, and they get another one on Saturday, beating Spring Lake Park 1-0. Their only goal coming on a penalty kick. And, you know, we chatted a little bit, the three of us, you, I, and Coach DJ. Yep. After that, he sent us some texts, and we chatted back and forth. It's better to loss.
Absolutely.
To be certain. Always better to win ugly.
Than
to lose
tie.
pretty.
Yeah.
But it sounds as if, you know, a little bit of concern because these teams at the bottom, you've got to be able to put more balls away.
Well, you know, and sometimes you just have to talk to your squad, obviously, about don't look past an opponent, even though they're at the bottom. You know, sometimes you have a tendency to look ahead, and they certainly cannot do that because the season's not quite over yet before, you know, they get into sections, and they want to continue to play their best soccer.
Well, like the boys, the girls are playing Totino on Monday, Centennial on Thursday, but then they finished their regular season by hosting Cretin-Durham Hall on Saturday.
Some good soccer action coming up this week.
So a very busy schedule for all of the teams, and next week we will be talking playoffs.
We will.
Pretty much across the board. There you see it. We've got girls soccer playoffs already on the upcoming schedule. Volleyball at Andover on Tuesday. Live coverage begins at 7. Live football on Friday. Cardinals hosting Totino Grace. Live coverage also starts at 7. And then girls soccer playoffs, we can't bring you live.
Not live.
No, it's State High School League prevents us from doing live broadcasts, but we hope to know by next Monday's show what the matchups are for those tournaments. And, you know, like we talked about, tennis team already starting the section tournament on Wednesday of this week. They find out tonight, Monday night, who they will face in the first round. With the way they've played, I would assume that they're going to be a high seed and get a first round, match at home.
Absolutely. You know, we have a little time left. You want to see that highlight again?
No, I think two is enough.
2 is enough.
I think 2 is enough. But hey, one more time. Way to stay in the play, Caitlin.
Absolutely.
Ackerman. Get knocked out twice, and then you get up. You just
don't quit.
That's great. That's great example for all you kids out there. Never give up. Stay in the game. She got knocked out twice. She gets up. What happens? The ball comes right back to her. She shoots. She scores, and it's a game winner.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That's the story. That's going to do it for this edition of Sportsnight. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continue to support everything we do here at CTM for the entire crew, including the one and only master of mustache machismo, Howie Shapiro. I'm Joe Young. Good night.